Myself Nitesh Madhukar, and today I am available with my new topic, and the topic is Adobe Photoshop. Today I am going to deal with the theoretical part of Adobe Photoshop. So before I start, let us know that what are the topic today I am going to cover. So in today we are going to learn about, first of all, the history and introduction part of Adobe Photoshop. Who has developed the Adobe Photoshop? What was the basic structure of Adobe Photoshop? When it was developed? All those things we will learn about that. Apart from that, features of Adobe Photoshop. What are the different features are there of Adobe Shop? We will also know. What are the different components are available in Photoshop, like tools panel, menu bar, image, working area, layers, plates, all those information also we will know today's tutorial. And all those switches, history panels, what are the usage of all those components of Adobe Photoshop, how to access, how to use, and what are the importance of using all those control panels of Photoshop, that also we will know. Apart from that, also we will discuss about different tools are available in Photoshop. So without wasting the time, we will have to start our topic we have to learn today. So student, I must tell one thing, that if you are new in my YouTube channel, if you are watching the first video, please press the subscribe button so that you can easily able to get my new updated videos. Apart from that, if you are continuous viewer, so thanks to all of you who are continuously watching my video, and a special thanks to my all those students and viewer who are giving the special comments. So from my core of my heart, I am giving the special thanks to all those viewers, all those students who are watching the video properly. But one request is from my side, that you are watching the video but you are skipping some of the part, which is not at all good, because when you are watching the video, if you are going to skip any of the parts, you are not able to get proper knowledge. So whenever you are watching the YouTube video, just watch it properly, as well as don't skip any of the part, because might be you will not able to understand. And whatever topics are there, if you are thinking that some of the important part of the topic which I need to know, you write in comment section. As well as you will have to also write in comment that how was the video and what are the areas of improvement. If you think that some of the areas are also to improve, so without any hesitation you can write. Now we will have to know about the Photoshop. So this is the introduction about the Adobe Photoshop. This is the history of Adobe Photoshop. It was the time in 1987 when Americans brothers named Thomas Knoll and John Knoll has developed one of the special program, and the name of the program was display program. In that time, both the brothers, Knoll brothers, both the Knowles brothers had sold this application to the Adobe company in the time of 1988. The purpose of development of this particular display program was to create a application by the help of that any of the image related work or any of the image manipulation work can be easily possible by the help of that software. So in the year of 1987 they have developed, and in the 1988 they have given the license, each and every license, to the Adobe company, and from that time Adobe is a owner of this company. This software, the name of the software is display program. So in that time, from that time, Adobe is a owner of this Adobe Photoshop. Right now we are having the extremely variety of the software. Adobe Photoshop is available for the Windows operating system. Adobe Photoshop is available for the Mac operating system. It is also available for the Android operating system. But we will have to install first, as well as before using this Adobe Photoshop, we will have to know each and every controls which we are going to discuss. If you are not able to understand any of the control, might be you will not able to utilize properly. So first of all we have to know theoretically, after that we have to see the practically. Both are important because this is the topic which is practical oriented, live application as well as the theoretical part as well as practical, when you will see what are their utilization. Until unless you will not watch properly, you will not able to understand. The Photoshop is a graphics editing software developed for graphics artists as well as web development as well as photographers, for the posters, for the magazine, for the cover letter, marriage card, brochures, or whatever we want in our life, whatever images we are able to see, easily we can able to create by the help of Photoshop. Easily we can able to manipulate any of our work by the help of Photoshop. If we want to reduce the size, that is also we can do by the help of Photoshop. If we want to change the color of the image, if they want to change the background of the image, all those things are possible by the help of this powerful application which is known as Adobe Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop are not only used for the personal purpose but also used for the professional purpose in different multinational company, as well as it is very important parts of our life when we will have to do any of the manipulation work related to the image. By the help of this particular powerful application we can able to do. So powerful application today we are going to take. Now, by the help of Adobe Photoshop, we can take any of the image in our working area. But by default extension of Adobe Photoshop is .psd. After completing our work, we can able to export in any of the format. But by default extension name of Photoshop is .psd, that you also have to learn. Now, what are the important features of Adobe Photoshop? There are large number of features are available in Adobe Photoshop, but as a bulleted point we will have to know all those important features point of Adobe Photoshop. So first features of Adobe Photoshop is revised user friendly interface environment. Means without any of the skilled, easily if you are able to know to operate the computer, then only you can able to work with the Photoshop. It's needed little bit of skills, computer skills, but if you are new, if you are not knowing properly or to operate all those tools also, after that also by using Photoshop you can easily able to work with the help of all tools, all those tools and command in Adobe Photoshop, and you can able to work whatever manipulation work is there. So that's why the first features of Adobe Photoshop is user friendly environment are being given to the every user. The second one is photo editing and manipulation is leisure time and little effort. If it is user friendly environment are there in Adobe Photoshop, so easily we can able to work a manipulation work by the help of only little bit of our efforts. We don't have to be a very much skilled person or get the any kind of training do the training program for doing the Photoshop. No, directly or easily by the help of the Photoshop, when we are using the Photoshop, easily we can able to work our all those manipulation work. The third one is redesign powerful tool like brightness, color brightness, contrast, balance, saturation, etc, etc. Means you can easily able to control of your brightness level, contrast level, balance level, saturation. You can easily able to crop the size of the image. You can able to resize the image without losing the quality. Means whenever we are having the image and we will do such operation or performance, after that there is a chance in another application that you can lose the quality of the image. But in case of Adobe Photoshop, whatever quality you are having, it will come with the more attractive features, as well as you will not able to lose your quality of your image. If you want to remove unwanted areas or any of the portion which we don't further need, so that also we can able to work by the help of Adobe Photoshop. So this is the third features of Adobe Photoshop. The fourth feature is create graphics for web application with reduced file size, thereby helping in faster loading of the websites. File can be compressed by 10% to 50% of its original size. We can also create animated graphics. So whenever we are having a file size or we have to reduce the size of the file, by the help of this Photoshop application we can reduce the size of the image from 10% to 50%, and the quality, there will be no reduced in the quality of the image. This helps us to upload any of the image in the website very easily. So web application work also at the time of uploading any of the image, that also we can do by the help of this Photoshop. Apart from that, when we have done any of the image, we have done the any of the manipulation work, after that we can able to convert into the animated file or in animated graphic. So this is the fourth features of Adobe Photoshop. The fifth feature, which is known as layer effects. We know that in the image without layer it is impossible. The any of the image without layer we can't able to form. So we can also give any of the effect, which we will know practically what are the layer effects and what are the usage of the layer. The next one is 3D effect. Whatever images we are having, we can also convert into the 3D. So how to convert the in the 3D, that is the advanced level of course, that is also we will discuss, but in case of advanced level. But right now you have to know this is also one of the features of Adobe Photoshop. This is called 3D effect. The next features of Adobe Photoshop is print window simplifies printing option and eliminates the need for separate print and print without preview command. When we want to take the printout of our image, so at that time it eliminates the need of separate print or print without print preview command. It's up to us if we want to see our printed document or before printing the document how it looks like. So Photoshop also provides this feature so that we can easily able to see our manipulated work or whatever work we did, and after that also we can able to take the printout. So these are the features of Adobe Photoshop. So the next is auto align feature and blend feature to save the time. Whenever we will have to do any of the selection or selection of the part of the image, in that time this is the very important feature which is known as auto align feature and blend feature. So by default it is going to select those areas which we want to select, so it saves our time, which is not available in other Photoshop software, that is only available in Adobe Photoshop. The next one is recording tool using action. Whatever tools are there, we can able to work with a action. The next one is video timeline panel enables us to add effects to the video clip. Video timeline panels enables us to add effects to the video clip. Whatever video clips we will able to take at that time, we will able to give a special effect that we will discuss afterward. This is the only you have to know the features of this Photoshop. The next one is blur gallery allow us to apply 3 different color combination and its effect. As we know that today blur feature is very important. By default in your mobile also blur features are given, but in case of Adobe Photoshop, when it was developed in 1987, from that time it was having the features of this type of features are available from that time. So blur feature are also available. By the help of that, the area which we don't want to show or the area which we want to make it blur, by the help of features of Adobe Photoshop we can easily able to blur our image. The next features are also there, that is called content aware move tool, which enables us to select pixel and drag it to some other part of the image without using layer and mask. We can able to drag some of the parts of the image from one place to another place without using layer and mask. How we can do that we will discuss, or that we will know practically, but this is the features of Photoshop. The next one is with the new powerful vector tools, which is the advanced features which is known as vector tools. Designers can now design and shape graphics element more quickly and easily. So right now you have seen the banners, the different kinds of folders. By the help of this Photoshop, by the help of these vector tools, designers can able to make their designing. They can able to work all those part of work by using this Adobe Photoshop. So as I told earlier that Photoshop are not only used for the purpose of personal or home purpose, but also it is used for the professional in multinational company, because lots of features we are getting in Adobe Photoshop. And in this tutorial we will have to know all those part of the Adobe Photoshop. So the next part is we will have to know, but as the all the features which we have seen right now, you have to remember, as well as you will have to use. In between all those features, if you are having any doubt, you can write in comment section. Okay. See, this is the components of Adobe Photoshop. When you have installed the Adobe Photoshop, when you will open the first time Adobe Photoshop, you will get the interface like this. So when you have seen the interface, right now you have to know that what are the areas and how we can able to use all those components, all those tools, all those windows. Now this area is called menu bar, where we can able to get all those control. By the help of this, we can able to get all those controls. Theoretically, I am also going to discuss. This is called menu bar. The second part, when a menu is get open, the second part is there, which is called plates. This is called color plates, which we are going to select the color, whatever color for the foreground color as well as for the background color. By the help of this area, we can able to take. This is called layer. The transparent sheet of the image is called layer. How to use the layer? This is called history. What is the use of history? Right now I am going to tell. This is the working area where we will perform our task, as well as this is the image which we have taken. Here you will get the name of the image which we have selected and which we are currently working. If you will take more than 2 images or 2 images, all those name of the image will come over here. This is called the very important part, which is called toolbox. You can say it toolbox or toolbar. If you are using all those features of the Photoshop, you have to learn each and every part which I right now I told you. Apart from that, some more features are there which we will know, which we will discuss, which we will learn as per our practical classes. But right now you have to know this is the components of the Photoshop, and theoretically I am going to discuss all those. Now components of Photoshop one by one I am going to explain. The first part of the Photoshop, first components of the Photoshop is menu bar. If you have seen in the particularly Photoshop window, in that time the first section, first part will appear in the top of the corner, which is known as menu bar, which contains all the main function of Photoshop, such as file, edit, image, layer, select, filter, analysis, 3D, view, window, and help. So by the help of these all controls, main functions of Photoshop, we can do all those part of work which we need. Whatever controls are there, by the help of this only, this function only, we can able to perform our task. The left side corner, which is known as a toolbox or toolbar, this is the all those tools are located in the toolbox, and it is very easy to access. When we will have to take, simply we will have to select, and after that we will have to apply the stroke. We will have to use it as per the need. So by the help of this toolbox or toolbar, we can able to perform our task. As I told you, the third one, that is called the image. Which image, in which we will have to do the manipulation work, that will appear in your it will work as a work area where we will have to perform our task. That image will appear in your window. So once you will open your image, after that do your manipulation work, and after that, until unless it will not complete, don't save it. So after completing it, save it, so that you can able to get the all those effects of Photoshop. You will able to see the image name. So image name defines that which image you have selected, because if you are working so many images at the one time, so it is very difficult to understand that in which part of the image you are working. After that also, when you are going to select number of layers, you will also have to rename the all those layers, because easily we can able to understand on which layer, on which image we are working. So it is very important to know the name of the image, know the name of the layers while we are working in Photoshop, so that easily we can able to understand. So it is also very important, when we are working on Photoshop, we will have to know the in which photo or in which layer we are currently working. Now the next is This is called palettes. In case of palettes, palettes contains functions that help you monitor and modify the image. Whatever images are we are having for the purpose of editing or manipulation work, we will have to modify or do the any of the certain changes. Palettes plays an important role. It is available when you will open a Photoshop. By default, it is not visible properly. It is stacked together in a group. These are the palettes that are usually visible as in the name of color, adjustment and layer. If none of the palettes are visible, go in Windows in that menu bar and choose the palettes you need. At that time, when you will do the practical, I will show you that how to show these palettes. What are the different palettes are available? The first palettes are available, which is known as color palettes. The color palettes displays the current foreground and background color and RGB values for those color. RGB stands for red, green and blue. In this you will able to understand that the label of red is there, label of green is there and label of blue is there. Apart from that, this is called the foreground color and this is called the background color. This is background color and this is foreground color. So at that time when we will have to change any of the color or of the image, in that time this color plates plays a very important role to change the foreground color, background color or any of the color. Apart from that, you will also able to see this is called a spectrum. When you will have to do the selection of any of the color, by the help of your spectrum also you can able to select all those color. So this is the first part of palettes which we have learned. The second part is known as style palettes. The style palettes allow you to view, select and apply preset layer styles. By default, a preset layer styles replace the current layer style. You can use the styles in the palettes or add your own using the create new style icon. So in the part of different layers are available. When we are having the background layer or we want to change it in different layer, so by the help of this styles palettes we can able to do. It is available when we will use any of the image. In that time it will come, you will have to show, after that it will come, we will have to select any of the layer and after that we can able to preset. After that it is easily usable. So we will also have to know the style palettes and how it is useful. About the history palettes, this is one of the very important features of Photoshop which stores and displays each and every action performed by the user. Whenever a user have doing any of the performance and applying any of the effect, and in the recent stage of the alteration, if user want to do any of the created during the current working session, if he is working in one of the part of the image and do some of the silly mistakes, so by the help of the history palettes tools, each and every action performed by the user are going to store in the history palettes. The work of the application of this history palettes is whenever user want to jump or skip any of the work which he don't want to further used in the area of the Photoshop. So by the help of this history palettes he can able to skip or jump for the editing work. The history palettes clears all the contents whatever we have done in the previous or further we have used. Each time when we have applied to change an image, the new state of the image is added to the plates. So it is important to know that once we have clicked on any of the previous stage, all the changes that were made after it will be lost. So before when we have completed our task, if we will going to click in the history palettes, we will have to, chances are there to lose the image. But at that time when you are going to work in history palettes, make sure that we are going to work properly as well as whatever it is needed, as per that we will have to work in history palettes. But more or less you will have to understand about the history palettes, that whatever work we are going to do in a particular Photoshop or in the manipulation work of the Photoshop, all those actions are being stored in the history palettes. So that's all about the history palettes. The next one is called swatches palettes. It is also the part of the color tools. As this is not the swatches palettes are storing the all those foreground color as well as background color, but the color of all those in all those areas are very small rectangular shape, and as per our selection we can able to take our foreground color as well as background color. But it's not like this, it will be just little bit small dots are there, that is called swatches plates. By the help of that we can able to select any of the color. Now the next topic is layer. As we know that image, when it is going to perform, when we are taking any of the image without layer, it is not a particular image. Any of the image there will be must one layer should be there. So the transparent sheet or any of, so layer organizes our work into distinct level that can be edited or viewed as individual units. Every Photoshop document contains at least one layer. Creating multiple layers lets you easily control how to do any of the artwork is printed, displayed and edited. Whatever work we are going to do, all those work are done and all those magic we will able to see by the help of this layer only. Layer plays a very important role because whatever area, whatever transparent sheet we are able to see by the help of this layer only. So any of the artwork which we are going to perform by the help of this layer. The next one is adjustment layer. When we have seen that layer is available, so when we are going to do any of the manipulation work to give the special effects in our image, we are having some special effects as it is known as adjustment layer, which we will able to perform by the help of this adjustment. Now the next part is which is known as very important, that is called toolbox, which are used in Adobe Photoshop. Without toolbox we will not able to perform our task. Whatever important part of work which we are going to do in the Photoshop with the help of this toolbox. So when we are going to open the Photoshop, toolbox is available in the left side, but we can keep it in the as per our convenient, but by default it will come in the left side. All those tools are over there, but we will have to know that how to utilize, how to use all those tools. If you are going to see any of the tools, as I am giving the example of selection tool, so when you are going to see a one selection tool are there, that is that is called rectangular selection tool, but as per that you will see a small triangle shapes are there at the lower right corner. So when we will click on that, after that we will see all those tools are also there in that. So when we are going to use all those tools, I am going to show you practically that how to know about all those tools. But in the next slides I am going to show you that what are the tools and what are their name. So in today whatever tools you have seen over here, you will have to know all those names of the tools, as well as you will have to draw the figure of these tools, and you have to rename, you have to know the name of all those tools. As I am giving the brief description of this tools box, the first toolbox, the first tool is, this is called selection tool, rectangular marquee tool, elliptical marquee tool, single row selection marquee tool and single column marquee tool. This tool's name as move tool. This tool is known as lasso tool. This tool is known as crop tool, slice tool, and some more features are also there. This is called dodge tool, patch tool. In under this dodge tool and patch tools are there. Under this clone stamp tools and pattern stamp tools are there. This is called eraser tool. Whatever back area which we have to erase background or give any of the which we will have to remove, that is by the help of this eraser tool we can do. This is called blur tool. So by the help of this we can able to blur, give the sharpen effect, as well as smudge the areas of the image. This is called paint tool, selection tool and paint tool, as well as this is very important for the selection or very means a difficult selection like hair portion. By the help of this paint tool or this selection tool we can able to do. This is called hand tool, when we will have to zoom the image and we will have to take any of the position. For that purpose this hand tool is used. This is text tool. When we will have to take any of the text, we will have to write any of the text, by the help of this text tool we can able to do all those control you are having. This is called quick selection tool. Quickly we can able to select any of the part of the image. The next one is that is called eyedropper tool. By the help of that, whatever color replacement tools are there, and all those tools which we are having, these are having some important content, and as per the need we can able to do our work. So in today's tutorial, whatever we have learned today, that I'm going to conclude. As well as student, you have to install the Photoshop in your PC. If you are knowing the how to install, well, you install it. But some of you, if you are unable to install, from where you will going to install, where is the download link, where is the patch-up file to crack it, whatever information you want. Or if you want that to upload any of the video of the how to install a Photoshop, write in comment section, so that I can able to make a video how to install the Photoshop. So for today, thank you class. You enjoy the video as well as learn it, make it effective class, so that you can able to know each and every information about the Adobe Photoshop. Today I have done only theory part. From the next tutorial you will have to know about the practical part. You will have to know all those control of the practical, which we are going to see in our upcoming video. So write in comment section what you want and what you have learned by the help of this tutorial. So we will meet in the next tutorial. Thank you for watching.